It's Coffee Break. Welcome back to everyone's favorite podcast about film, television, and video game news.
Yeah, next week is when all the fun stuff is going to happen.
No, what are you talking about? This week is the beginning of it. Clearly it is. It is Boy Scout Blue flavored with a nice dose of patriotic red and a lovely, lovely banana sorbet yellow.
What are you referring to?
Superman's colors.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, well, that's not a Pokemon Direct, so...
Yeah, no. We're going to talk about Superman, of course. We saw it.
We
loved
did.
it. Kinda. But first, we're going to go through our normal things.
Yes.
So, kicking it off, Mortal Kombat 2, the movie.
Yeah, we got more of a teaser than a trailer.
It's a teaser, and it's about Johnny Cage.
I loved it. This is the perfect amount of action and goofiness to encapsulate the vibe of Mortal Kombat. And especially Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was already excited. I'm so much more excited.
My favorite part of this trailer, because he's just beating up guys, and then some woman shows up with a rocket launcher, shoots it at him. He flips over the rocket.
And then it's suddenly like there's a helicopter.
In the middle of the sky, even though they're fighting in a warehouse, and it blows up the helicopter.
I like the guy playing Johnny. He looks like Johnny.
Kinda.
Yeah, it looks enough like Johnny.
And my problem was Carl Urban playing him. And here's my only problem.
Wow, that was Carl Urban.
Did you not... What?
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
The giant...
It's Judge Dredd, bud.
Listen, sunglasses really throw me. I don't recognize anybody.
It doesn't change who he is underneath.
He didn't look like Amir.
Okay. He's too old.
Yeah.
I always thought Johnny was supposed to be a little bit more younger.
I'll be honest. I know he's like my go-to nowadays, but Glenn Powell would have been a good Johnny Cage.
Oh my God.
I'm not wrong.
I'm excited for Mortal Kombat 2. The first Mortal Kombat was very fun.
Yes.
Well done.
We're one of the few people who actually liked that one. A lot of people were... I understand why people didn't enjoy it, necessarily.
Well, yeah, you got Alex in there.
Yeah.
And Alex isn't part of the games.
But I liked him. I liked his ability. I thought he had potential as a real character in the games. And also everyone else was perfect, so...
Almost, nearly.
Well, yeah.
I am excited to see this. It's just, when that movie came out, it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 2019, I think?
2020.
Yeah, right around then.
That's why I was in theaters and streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited. Mortal Kombat 2 comes out in October of this year.
There's so many other than just Johnny, there's so many other characters they still haven't even gotten close to playing around with yet.
Yes, and like you said, this is a teaser trailer. Mm-hmm. So later on this month or next month, there's going to be like a worldwide premiere of the trailer.
It might be San Diego Comic-Con, which is also next week.
Could be, yep.
So, I'm excited.
And then we got a trailer for Pixar's new movie this spring.
Yeah.
Hoppers.
Yeah.
If you mispronounce it, it's Hoopers.
I hate the title.
Me too.
Because when I hear hoppers, I assume like a rabbit or a frog. I don't think about hopping into an animal's brain. And I think it's just not a very catchy name. It feels very like one note.
I would be like, oh, you're speaking like drug addict jargon.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hopping, bro.
Like, it's like...
okay.
It feels first drafty. It makes me think of Open Season. It's very different from Open Season.
Well, when I first read about this movie, because they had announced it with Toy Story 5 and Elio, which wasn't released at that point. And wasn't there another movie?
I think... Was it the cat one? No, that was later.
Yeah, Gato.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of stuff announced all together. I do remember us talking about this one, because I lamented how... It's an environmentalist story.
Yes.
But I always hate how kids' movies do this, where there's just one evil bad guy, and if you beat up that bad guy, you save the environment forever. And it's like, that's not how environmentalism really works.
I guess.
I feel like...
I feel like if you take out Lex Luthor, you kind of did solve some of your problems.
Kids media always, like, exaggerates it. When in reality, you know, the companies that are going to be contributing the most to environmental damage don't look gross and green and disgusting. They do look like normal corporations.
And their names start with D.
actually helpful for teaching kids how to better the environment.
Yeah.
Which is my biggest problem.
Well, when I had read about this Hoppers, it was about a little girl and like the mayor having some building restrictions.
You need to stop yawning.
I can't. Every now and then when we start up this podcast, I'm just yawning.
Try sitting up straight.
I am.
I don't know if that works, but that's a rumor I've heard when I was in high school, that if you sit up straight, it'll help stop you from yawning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we're going to have a moment with an ancient critter proverb where if she ever tells you things like that, you need to remember this person also thinks the wind's cold because the wind is blowing off the mountains that are covered in snow.
Yeah, it's cold because there's snow on the mountain.
Yep. Also, pineapples grow on trees, so...
And that was... Okay, Mario Sunshine was the reason I thought that.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't like... The beaver design is cute, I guess.
Yeah.
But this looks like a movie that's existed 1,000 times, and also, I saw someone else point this out, this is once again a Pixar Disney movie where we have a POC main lead who is zooped into the body of an animal or non-human object, like Soul, or Princess and the Frog, or that one where Will Smith turned into a pigeon. There's a million of them where the black lead gets turned into a different animal or something, and it keeps happening. And this is another example of that. I know the pigeon one wasn't very popular.
First of all, I'm like, what?
It might not have been Will Smith, now that I think about it. It was a spy guy who got turned into a pigeon. It might have been Illumination, not Pixar.
Okay. Oh, move past that. What do you mean person of color?
The main girl who turned into the beaver.
Yeah.
She had a darker complexion.
Okay. Maybe Asian?
I mean, maybe. That's why I said POC.
They could have just been a person.
Well, yeah, all persons
I'm
are
just
persons.
saying, you don't have to add a weird acronym like that. It could have just been that this kid, had a passion to want to be a beaver. It doesn't sound right now that I said it, but you know what I mean. It is 2025. You could swing either way. I love that in the trailer they're like, hey, it's like Avatar. And then they're like, no, it's not like Avatar. So you're reminding me of a better concept from an older movie that's been...
It's just even good.
No,
Avatar is not good.
We don't need more Avatar. We never did.
I think this is the worst thing to come out of Disney acquiring the names of a bunch of things, is now they constantly have their movie characters referencing the other things they have the rights to.
Yes.
In an attempt to be, like, relatable, I guess. But
Yep.
it's just derivative.
It is. This is not going to work. It's not going to be good. Pixar has been dragging their feet. And now they come up with another dumb idea. You wanted to use that POC person turning into an animal? Mm-hmm. Turning Red.
Yeah, that's another one.
So Turning Red did financially horrible. But the reason why is Disney had no faith in it, even though Pixar worked so hard on this.
Yeah, they ruined the marketing.
So they did a same-day streaming release, right? Mm-hmm. The stream numbers are huge. There is an actual market for Turning Red. Mm-hmm. But they couldn't make as much money off of it because they had already squared away their ducks. Yep. Thinking, well, no one wants to see this.
Yeah. We've just seen this premise so many times.
Yes.
And I think gonna be the real nail in the coffin is we have to see what the environmentalist message is. Because if it's like, oh, we're building a freeway, environmentalism is such a specific thing, and activism for environmentalist protection is different nowadays. If it's not about, like, electric cars, I don't know if it's really going to resonate with people, and also is going to be any different, you know?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Because there's a million of them. Hoot, Open Season, there's a million of these things where, one, a person becomes an animal, two, we gotta save the forest.
Also, there was a slew of time where those were the prominent stories being told in animation. Mm-hmm. We are far past it. That was like 2 decades ago.
Yeah. Like, I keep bringing up Open Season. I was like 10 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And that was at the tail end of that kind of fad.
I think Open Season began it.
Open Season was weird.
No, it's Brother Bear. Brother Bear began this.
Yes. Brother Bear's also weird.
I mean, it's such a normal story.
It's mostly the cast.
You know when the Joker is trying to take care of the little cub?
Do you remember who voices the two main characters in Open Season?
It's Joe from Family Guy.
No. No.
Okay. Patrick Warburton.
It's Cuba Gooding Jr.
I was close.
and Ashton Kutcher.
Dude, I was really close.
You were... Yeah, you sure were.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, he was the deer. I remember. I watched that movie too many times.
He's not a good actor.
No, he wasn't good in that movie either.
No, he
that
wasn't.
movie's not good to begin with. I remember it was during the phase of we learned how to animate hair. Isn't it impressive? Look at all the hair physics.
Well, going back to hoppers, the humans, their hair, yes, unique. Mm-hmm. You can see strands of it, right? But their faces.
It's that same bean mouth thing everyone's talking about.
Yeah, and it's just,
the
I
same
don't want to
exact.
do this.
Yeah, it's just not that. At least the beaver does look cute. The beaver design is cute. It can be a marketable plush, I suppose.
Yeah, that's really what they're going to go for.
But that's not going to carry the story. I mean, Star couldn't carry Wish, and he was manufactured.
Who's Star?
That was that stupid little star that hung out with Asha.
No, I know. I'm just trying to remind our fans.
And he was, like, manufactured to be the most marketable ever. And that movie was bad.
And you could still find discounted toys at your local Kroger's.
Yes. 1 million untouched Asha dolls. And for some reason, Dahlia, her one friend,
Yeah.
none of the others.
So this weekend, Fantastic Four comes out.
Yeah.
They had teased John Malkovich, the actor, playing a character in the show. There's a picture of him, right? They have just announced, of course, we're this close to it coming out. They're like, oh, we cut all that.
What? Why?
It just didn't work out.
This
He
movie...
plays a character called Red Ghost. I didn't look into this character, but I was just like, okay, I guess. But why did you hire John Malkovich?
Yeah.
Film all the scenes. Get him in the costume. Film all the scenes. And then go, yeah, we're not going to use that.
And market it. That's
Yeah.
because, like, that happens. That can happen.
Yeah.
But this whole movie is just riddled with production woes, and you can feel it. I feel like I bet they're still editing and final compositing things right now, even though it's supposed to come out later this week, because they just seem to have no faith in this movie.
It's supposed to come out the night this podcast comes out, which is 24 hours from right now.
Oof. We'll see.
They better have it done by at least 2 in the morning.
When we watched Superman, I was like, wouldn't it be super funny if they played a trailer for Fantastic Four before this? And then they did, and it did nothing to impress me.
Well, it's the same trailer that you're seeing on TV. Mm-hmm. Ew.
I hate this joke that they keep doing. Where's oh, say your catchphrase.
Yep.
I don't want to say my catchphrase. They've done it 1,000,000 times. It's not funny anymore.
It's not.
I also feel like they're underutilizing Cuz as an actor.
They probably don't want to show off too much of him.
I know, but he's famous.
But didn't you see he has a cool rock beard?
I know.
What's he famous for? For being on a show that continuously lets me down since it was birthed?
I know. The Bear is great, though, the first season. They're all doing things. He's cool.
I just wanted to write about John Malkovich being cut out of something. It was funny later on in the article, they're like, this is not the first time. He was supposed to play the Vulture in Spider-Man 4, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4.
Aw, John.
Yeah.
Dang, one day, you're gonna get there.
Dude, John, give up.
Mr.
No,
Malkovich.
actually, no, John, you keep doing it. You keep getting that free money, because this is ridiculous.
He has failed to be in 2 different franchises. Meanwhile, Pedro Pascal has been in all of them. He's Max Lord and Fantastic Four.
Well, he was Max Lord.
Yeah.
It's over now. Live-action Legend of Zelda movie
Yeah.
has announced their cast members. They are young adults. They're in their 20s.
I've never heard of them before, and I am okay with this.
Yep. The only problem I had was I was like, I think the kid's got a tongue.
What?
Well, Link's mute, so he's not going to talk.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to cut that tongue out.
Okay. Mute people have tongues. It's their vocal cords.
We're going to have to go for the throat, bud. Sorry.
If he isn't mute, or mostly mute, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, he shouldn't be saying full lines of dialogue, but he better be grunting and moaning.
Well, yeah. Did you ever watch the Deke Legend of Zelda animation, the cartoon from like the 90s?
The CD-ROM thing?
No, there was a cartoon. It aired alongside the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, where
Oh, yeah, so this would be forgotten history.
I had the VHS.
Damn.
It had 3 whole episodes.
Do you remember when I said forgotten?
And Link talked.
Did you say 3 whole episodes?
Yeah.
Damn.
Sure did. And there was an episode of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
That got 6 episodes, right?
No, that was only the one on my VHS.
Okay.
No, Link
3 episodes.
Link could talk. He was sassy. He would make his quips and his jokes. He had a fairy who was in love with him, and he was super in love with Zelda. And he would do that like, "Hey, if I win and save the day, will you go on a date with me?" kind of thing.
Nice.
And his catchphrase was...
Gonna put it in you.
in the first episode, Zelda screams, and so he bursts in, and there's nothing there, but she's in, like, her robe and pajamas,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Oh boy, smooching time!" And then he tackles her into her bed, and she uses a fireball to blast him off of her. That's the first thing that happens in the first episode.
You know, I was talking to another anime fan the other day, and it was about Dan to Dan.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, so what, is it a drama? And he was like, it has like a little bit of everything, and then there's some creepy pervy characters, because apparently these kids are underage, but you will see them in like their underwear.
Yeah, and it's like, I know it's painted as like, these are bad things and they're bad people, and they need to stop them before the bad things happen.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, I was also like, okay, but like he was getting embarrassed about that, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I grew up, when I started watching anime, the first anime I ever watched was Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I was introduced to Brock. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, he is kind of pervy, isn't he? And I was like, dude, every Nurse Joy...
Uh-huh. No
snip,
loyalty,
snip.
but never Misty. Shame, Brock. You have a whole hottie in your age range right there. And you're drooling at the cop.
He clearly was leaving her for Ash. That's that bro. Just kidding, I don't care. But no, there's always been pervy characters in anime.
Yeah, this isn't an anime. It was animated in...
Okay.
Anyway, Link's catchphrase is...
It's still attached to the Japanese culture.
Yes, his catchphrase... "Excuse me, princess." He says this multiple times in episode whenever he's exasperated because Zelda's like, "Can you, like, stop the bad guys?" And he's like, "But I just want to go to the pie eating contest," or whatever.
Yeah, that's not my hero.
No,
Okay.
so it's got to be better than that.
Hopefully. But again, it's 2025. We have technically 5 years until the movie comes out.
It comes out in 2027.
They said that.
Yeah, and then it'll get pushed to 2028,
Yeah.
and then we'll come out either late 2028 or early 2029.
Yeah. All we know is that there's a boy and girl casted.
Yes.
I'm glad that they casted someone different for Zelda.
I was okay with Hunter. Is that their name?
Yeah, Hunter.
I was okay with it. I don't know why everyone got in such like a heated debate over a fan idea for a casting, but I also kind of always suspected she'd never get the role. Cause
She's also, now that we see where they've went, she's too old.
exactly, yeah.
Or they, my bad.
I think they use she, her, or she, they pronouns.
Yeah, when I was reading about this person, I was just like, I'm more confused about who you identify as.
One time on Twitter, I used they, them to refer to somebody, and they were like, my pronouns are she, her. It's rude to use they, them for people who aren't non-binary. And I'm like, but if you don't have your pronouns in your bio,
Well, hold on.
and if I don't know your pronouns, would using they, them not be the socially acceptable thing right now?
Yeah, no, that's someone trying to attack back. It is completely correct and proper to use they, them until you know further pronouns.
Exactly.
That's the point. It's the default.
It was just some kid who wanted to continue to be right and argue.
I was taught as a kid, if you don't know the gender of something, you refer to it as she.
Okay. Unique.
Her and she. Mm-hmm. Right? And when I asked my parents about that, they were just like, no, that's just how you do it. You know, you don't just assume it's male for some reason. It's just female. And then, 10, 20 years later, they, them, which had always been around. I don't know why it took so long to hit the zeitgeist.
I don't...
But it also came at a moment where a lot of things were erupting.
Yeah.
And there was a similar person in office at that time. Just saying.
I think it was a little bit before that. Just a tad.
But when it hit its climax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Back to the things we usually talk about.
I'm excited we're moving forward with Zelda. We don't know much.
Yeah. This might not be on your list of things. On a similar note, a live-action movie for My Little Pony was announced.
Damn, how'd that miss all my research?
Because no one cares. Even the pony community. I don't want a live-action My Little Pony.
Well, they're not going to give you actual horses. And it's just going to be Lion King.
That'd be so funny if it was actually horses. If it was like a horse derby, if it was like a race, but one of them has like a unicorn horn, that'd be so funny.
And then Tobey Maguire can ride on one, and you be little Seabiscuit again.
It'll be if it's gonna be anything, I imagine it's gonna be their Equestria Girls thing. Do you know what that was?
I know what equestrians are.
It was the stupidest decision they ever made. They found a mirror that entered the other reality where they would become humans. They did everything wrong. They kept the pony colors, like the pony with purple fur still had purple skin in the human world. And they also made them like high schoolers when the ponies in the show are all adults with jobs and their own houses, and pay rent, and drink beer. And it was the weirdest thing to make me like, and now you're in high school. If they do anything, I imagine it'll be that again.
It's just the opposite of hoppers or whatever.
Yeah.
This time, we're making them human. Okay. We got a first look at Harry Potter. The kid playing Harry for the new HBO series, Harry Potter, of course it's called. 2027 also.
Oh, really?
Yes. They pushed it back by a year. It's fine. I don't know why they tell us these dates when they announce things, because it's like, you hardly are ever on time.
Your fingers crossed, J.K. I won't finish that sentence.
The most frightening image was Nick Frost as Hagrid.
Okay, I described it to you the other day as, like, you Photoshop Nick Frost's face onto Hagrid.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like, right?
Yeah, you nailed that to a T. And literally, when I was staring at it, I was like, it's Hagrid with Nick Frost just sitting behind the mask. It's more scary this way.
I just don't see the point. It's just the same thing. It looks exactly the same.
Well, that's the way he's described in the books.
But, like, if this is your chance... I know we've only seen Harry and Hagrid, but if this is your chance to do it again, would you not want to do something a little bit different? I'm most disappointed with their school robes, because I've always felt like they could have really, like, jazzed those up, make them more unique, have them be different for the different classes rather than just your tie.
Yeah.
Oh well, looks like we're not getting that.
Yeah, you still have 6 more books.
I suppose.
6 more years of awesomeness.
We'll see.
I have no problems with the kid that looks like Harry. Because to even comment would bring a lot of questions.
It's also, he's a kid.
Yeah, I know, he's a kid.
Yeah.
But I'm like, his head is huge.
I think it's a really, like, because I was looking, there was a picture of him in his costume and also a picture of him with the other two when they announced their casting.
Yeah, where they're sitting in the grass.
And it was totally normal in that one. And yeah, I think it's either, like, the angle they filmed him at with the weird all-black robes he's draped in.
Yeah.
or the way they styled his hair to, like, push it back to make sure you can see his scar. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, we're moving forward. We'll find out.
Unfortunately.
It's that time again. It's time for Hollywood to announce their favorite people playing their favorite roles in their favorite TV shows called the Emmys.
Yeah. I've really lost all steam for these. Especially after the last few years.
Yeah, they really have fallen down.
And when you told me this morning, I've really lost faith.
There is a TV show in here that I want to point out at the end, but I wanted to also bring to light just how some of these guys kind of deserve it, right?
Yeah, totally.
So Andor is up for Outstanding Drama Series.
We didn't watch it, but I've heard good things.
The Diplomat.
I don't know which one that is.
It's on Netflix. The Last of Us.
Boo!
HBO
Tomato!
Max.
Garbage!
Paradise. Hulu.
Okay.
The Pit. HBO Max.
Okay.
That's a surgery show. ER show. Severance.
Yay!
Apple TV. Slow Horses. Apple TV.
I don't know that one.
And White Lotus.
Good for them. They deserve it.
Best Outstanding Comedy Series. Abbott Elementary.
Okay.
The Bear, because that was a downright hoot.
God. Oh, I forgot that was the thing that made me so mad last year.
Yep.
That they classified The Bear as a fucking comedy.
Hacks.
Okay.
Hacks will most likely win this. Nobody Wants This.
What a shame.
Don't know that one. Only Murderers in the Building.
Oh, you know what? It is time for the new season to start up soon, huh?
Yep. Shrinking?
Shrinking? Wasn't that the one about Paul Rudd being the therapist?
Yeah, isn't that really old though?
Was that a comedy?
No, I did not find it funny.
Guys.
And it was Will Ferrell.
Yeah, well, Paul Rudd was the therapist. Will
Yeah.
Ferrell was the patient.
I got further than you did. The Studio,
Okay.
which is Seth Rogen,
Okay. Yeah.
which might also win because there's a lot of praise, and What We Do in the Shadows.
No, everyone hated this last season. What are you talking about?
And then Outstanding Limited Series, Anthology, Adolescence, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, Monsters, Delisle, and Eric Mendez Story. So sorry, guys.
I hope that one wins so they have to say the whole title every single time.
No, because clearly the last one is going to be the winner, which is The Penguin.
No, it was bad.
Quack, quack.
It was so up its own ass. Hated The Penguin.
So, what's his name? Colin Farrell? Colin Firth.
Colin Farrell.
Farrell.
Yes.
Farrell's the more Irish one, and
Yes.
the other one's just that posh British guy.
Yeah. Too many Collins.
Anyways, Mr. Penguin himself. Mm-hmm. Cobblepot.
Yep.
Wait, is that his name in the show?
I don't even remember.
Cobbs? Cos?
Yeah. Yeah. What about him?
He said that they are not moving forward with Penguin Season 2. They are just focusing on the Batman Part 2 and Part 3.
Good. If the only thing that deserves...
Well, I was like, calm down with the Part 3.
the only thing that deserves praise and recognition from the Penguin, I'm gonna say, was that kid actor who played the young version of him.
Yep.
Because he did phenomenal.
Yep.
At recreating his weird mannerisms and speech pattern.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The rest of it, dog water.
Nice. Outstanding reality competition program: The Amazing Race, RuPaul's Drag Race, Survivor, Top Chef, The Traitors.
I can't believe The Amazing Race is still going.
Why is RuPaul not winning this all the time? And where is MasterChef? Why is MasterChef TOC? There's so many more better competitive programs.
Which season of RuPaul? Because a lot of people haven't been liking the latest season of All Stars.
I just said RuPaul.
I don't know.
Outstanding talk series. Why would... Okay. The Daily Show. That's not a talk series. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Not a talk series. And The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Where's the one that always wins this category?
Yeah, they kicked that one out to give it to somebody else this time. And they made a new category just for that one to win. Which is called Outstanding Scripted Variety Series. Which would describe all of this.
Yes.
And... late night talk shows are literally the earliest forms of podcasting.
It is. You just
with the exception of, well, no, because they used to be radio.
yeah. It just sounds like the other guys were really jealous that John Oliver kept winning everything.
Yeah.
And so they're like, no, just make him only compete with SNL. Because those are the only two in that category. Is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and SNL under Outstanding Scripted Variety Series. And of course SNL is not going to win. No one likes SNL anymore.
True. And John usually puts in the good work.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding Variety Special Live. The Apple Music Super Bowl LIX.
Halftime show starring Kendrick Lamar. That seems like a stretch because you want to win.
Yeah. Beyonce Bowl.
Whoa, hold on. What's the next one after Beyonce Bowl?
The Oscars.
No!
You didn't know this?
You're just awarding your own award
Every
shows?
year. Oh, yeah. Every year, the Emmys award the Oscars as the best outstanding variety live show.
Eat all the shit. How dare you?
Yeah, they literally just help each other out.
Self-congratulatory.
SNL 50, the anniversary special, and SNL 50, the homecoming concert.
Wow.
Okay, outstanding variety special, pre-recorded.
Oh.
Adam Sandler, Love You.
Okay.
Ali Wong, Single Lady.
Woo.
This is just all. Why?
We can't.
Best comedy?
We can't.
Best stand-up comedy.
We can't call it that because the people in the industry don't appreciate comedy because the old white guys in charge don't like them.
Literally every single comedian on this list is a juggernaut.
Yeah, but we only can give awards to the artsy-fartsy ones.
Yeah.
Like the Oscars.
Bill Burr, Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Oh, but it is a comedy special, but it's also about the Mark Twain Prize.
So
it's about being rewarded with the best comedic writing in America.
So everyone else is a normal comedy special, and then here comes Conan O'Brien with like this extra special thing. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win.
Yeah, but just know that it would be taken with the utmost seriousness until Conan walked in. Sarah Silverman, Postmortem, and your friend Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
Conan has a good chance just because that was an honorary award to even get, right? Sandler, just because I know a lot of people enjoy his work, and Silverman, because the new stuff she's coming out is. The thing is, these guys are really, really old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The youngest one on here, I'm pretty sure, is Ali Wong, and she's still like 40.
I would say Nate's the youngest one.
He's got a lot of gray hair. But Ali does look phenomenal, so.
Outstanding game show. Celebrity Family Feud.
Okay.
Jeopardy.
Great.
The Price is Right.
Uh-huh.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Wow.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
So all the like 80-year-olds are voting on this one.
That's awesome. Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, outstanding lead actor in a drama series. Would you look at that? Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us.
And Adam Scott for Severance.
Good. He deserves it.
Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series.
Oh, Io Edebiri for The Bear, because it's so funny.
And Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary. Despite the fact that Io shows up in Abbott.
I would say Abbott deserves it. The Bear doesn't, but I suspect The Bear will win it because it's more dramatic. I can't think of a single joke.
It's gonna be about her stupid episode where she's trying to get her hair done.
Yeah, and she babbles nonstop the entire time.
Yeah, and then she makes this pissed me off so much.
It was her
in the episode, she's trying to take care of her friend who's also her hairdresser.
Yeah.
This kid.
Yeah, who's like
teenage kid.
14 or something.
This kid doesn't want to interact, clearly, right? And Io's now stuck babysitting her because the mom didn't have enough product to finish off her hairstyle, right?
Yes.
But there's no food in the house, and of course, as a chef, she takes her out. And they learn to talk to each other and become friends. And then she's like, I'll make you a meal. And then makes her hamburger helper. Mm-hmm. Because of that episode,
no,
there are recipes online just to make... Like it's a fancy new thing. It's like, dude, it's hamburger helper with extra spices.
Like that was literally the gimmick of that like you can just take the normal stuff but just add a little bit extra.
Yeah.
As if that's not new.
Yeah.
I hate you.
All you need is ground beef, milk, a seasoning packet that you like, right? Mm-hmm. We're American. We'll go ranch.
Sure.
And some noodles. And then you just throw that all together and voila, you got it. That's all hamburger helper is.
It's so annoying. I don't want to watch this. It's going to piss me off.
I don't think I'm going to watch it.
Because also, they nominated The Last of Us for so many things.
It has 13 nominations.
And it doesn't deserve it. Last of Us Season 1? Sure. But they didn't. They only got the one. Last of Us Season 2?
Okay,
no.
Are you saying I'm done reading these?
If there's anything else interesting, go ahead. But I think we've run the gambit. We're at the point, once you get like halfway through, it's like, and then it's the same ones. White Lotus, The Bear, Last of Us like 3 times. Outstanding guest actress in drama series.
Yeah, sorry, I saw Caitlin Dever.
Yeah, and Catherine
That's
O'Hara.
Abby.
That was a guest actress? One of the main friggin' characters? Screw you.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we're done with the Emmys. The question of the week is, well, there's no need to answer it. No one's going to watch it. So I'm not okay with The Last of Us getting this many nominations when it was utter dog water.
It feels like clout chasing. Like they realized after season 1 came out that
they would never make anything good again.
Well, like it's like the Academy was like, oh, everyone really, really liked that. They liked it so much. People keep talking about it, and it made a lot of money. We should do that next time because they don't actually watch the content they vote for. They admitted to it.
Yeah,
they're just trying to chase the fad.
The thing is, the people who like the show just for the show are probably like, what the hell did I just see?
Yeah.
Because the pacing's totally off. We can all agree on that. Mm-hmm. And for the people who are the fans of the actual product,
yeah,
we got bent over.
Fucking.
And I'm not okay with it. You should not be okay with it.
We're gonna give awards to Dinah being like perfectly makeup and hair perfect and everything in the middle of the zombie apocalypse, and Bella Ramsey going, I'm gonna be a dad.
So she played Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
In Superman. Mm-hmm. And she's barely in it. But when she showed up, I was like, you're not as pretty as you were in the TV show.
Well, yeah, they really
layered
the makeup
I just
on.
noticed. Yeah, I was like, oh, Critter's got a point.
Like, she's a naturally pretty person. I don't know why they felt the need to do that.
She wasn't done up like that.
I like that they kept her hawk screaming thing.
We will get the Superman.
Okay.
Deep inside this thing, there is a soupy.
Oh, did we want to do the question of the week last time? Since you mentioned it?
Oh, you want to do... Well, no, hold on. Just stop. What are you doing? I have a script here. You're trying to fucking throw me off? You made me swear on my own podcast in my own house.
I don't read your script because I don't want to spoil what happens next.
Clearly, what is the most important thing next? Rebel Moon.
What? Oh, is there a sequel? Please. What is the news? Tell me.
So there is a new Rebel Moon game that is exclusive to Netflix.
Oh, dang.
It'll run like an app game. Eventually, I think they want to push it out as an app game, but right now you have to be a subscriber of Netflix to play their online games.
I always forget they have that. Like, I'll log into my Netflix account to capture footage, and the first thing that pops up is always one of their games, and I'm like, what am I looking at?
Yeah. Like, that's not TV. Anyways, because they're releasing this game, right, there were some questions for Zack Snyder.
Oh.
And this game has nothing to do with the Rebel Moon.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's... How?
I couldn't even keep a straight face on that one. It's set in the same universe, but...
No.
The whole princess thing and...
No. You can't...
The evil empire stuff, it doesn't really have to do with that. It's its own goddamn thing.
Zach, this is something you do when you're like 6 movies deep and you're as popular as Star Wars, which you're ripping off. You don't do it after the first movie has been released twice because you did it wrong the first time. Oh, and you had to chop it into 2 pieces because no one wants your 4-hour-long loser fest.
It would have been like 6 hours long. And to make a movie and make 4 actual movies out of it is ridiculous.
That's
and then to squeeze an app game as a wet fart at like 2 years later.
That's so insane. If I can't even get any of the characters, why would I?
I'm sure the characters will be in there, but the story of the game has nothing to do with Rebel Moon.
That's so lame. What a disappointment.
Anyway, so they're asking Zach about Rebel Moon.
Uh-huh.
Right? And he was like, technically, Rebel Moon was a side project.
What do you mean?
Through the lines of him talking, I realized what he was saying is that Netflix was like, no. You need to make this for us now.
Mm.
And he was like, I want to work on other things. Because at the end of the DCEU, his time with it, which is officially Justice League, everything after that really has very little to do with him. Mm-hmm. He probably had influences on pre-production.
You can tell because it's less than 4 hours long.
Yeah, and it's not as good. Mm-hmm. If it was good, that's a question for the DC community. But he kind of got stuck into doing this because he said, right now I'm not focused on making Rebel Moon 3. He's working on an LAPD SWAT movie.
What?
First of all, I was like, I love that you only said an acronym in one word, and I'm just so intrigued. I'm like, this is going to be the coolest, scariest movie. Could you imagine just...
I can't imagine. It'll be 4 hours long.
LAPD SWAT just blowing things up.
That sounds so terrible. We have so many action movies these days.
He's also working on a drama that doesn't have much to do with action.
Apparently he's working on 7,000 projects.
Yeah, he didn't want to do Rebel Moon like that. And then Netflix was like, no, you need to do this. He said in time, he will come back.
That's that thing that Monty used to say. If you give an artist forever, they'll take forever. You need to give them deadlines. Otherwise they'll be like, oh, but I'm not ready yet.
It wasn't about the deadlines. It was about being basically coerced into doing a different project because the company saw that as a good thing. They didn't look at him as an artist who was clearly working on something else.
Okay. Well,
this is also why we haven't seen him do much of anything else.
He really hasn't.
It's because he was already working on these projects and then got pulled away by Netflix to make Rebel Moon.
I guess we'll see. I mean, I loved Rebel Moon 3. 2. 3.
I just brought that in because, I mean, Rebel Moon's a special thing to us. Mm-hmm. Right? And if you guys don't like it, I really recommend you rewatch it.
But rewatch it with the dumb goggles on.
Yes.
Embrace the stupid.
If you gotta drag your phone or your favorite edible in there, I don't know, do something to help yourself. But yeah. Superman.
Yes.
Okay, last week's question of the week. Are you excited for the DCU reboot? Okay. Hell yeah. And I'm over it.
Yes.
77% went to hell yeah, and 23% went to I'm over it.
I understand people who are over it. You know, like, the superhero fatigue is a thing.
It is. I feel it.
Marvel, thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Marvel. But I'm excited. I am optimistic. It's weird. The whole world has swapped. Where Marvel was doing all the cool stuff, and everything DC did looked dumb and derivative.
Yeah.
But it's completely swapped.
Yeah. How do you figure?
Well, I think Marvel overstayed their welcome and became complacent.
Yes.
And DC is trying to embrace its comic roots in, like, the fun way.
That's cool. So, in the entire time that we've had the MCU, DC Comics has rebooted itself twice now.
Yeah.
And you're saying you're enjoying the DCU. Mm-hmm. You've only gotten a movie.
Well, it was.
You got a movie in an animated TV show that nobody watched.
People watched Creature Commandos.
Yeah, the fans.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know how you can just say, like, the DCU is better than the MCU. It's like, well,
we also got a Suicide Squad.
No, that's DCEU.
Yeah, technically. Like, Peacemaker. But, like...
But Peacemaker Season 1 is also DCEU.
The stuff they're doing, whether it's in the category of DCEU or DCU, I preferred over the stuff Marvel's been doing. And I felt that way for a while.
Okay. I think it's way too close to say anything like that, but am I excited for the DCU? Yes.
Nice.
Very. Very.
I'm optimistic about it.
I've got a boner.
I don't think that's the saying.
Pretty sure it was. So we saw Superman. Got the dumbest seats possible.
We did. Oops. We thought we were getting the best ones. We made a mistake. We got the ones as far away from the front door as possible.
The craziest thing, so you know how a theater's broken up. There's that one spot where you walk across the entire theater room, and then it's split into two sections, and it's that smaller upper front section, and then everything else in the back.
Yes.
Nobody picked the upper front seats. And I was like, I don't want to be stuck up there. And the reason why is some of our experiences at this theater. It probably won't make too much sense to you, but there are special needs schools around us. And Tuesdays, all day Tuesdays, $5 movie ticket.
It's a great deal. And
is.
we do that every time. And also people with large groups, like this facility, I guess is the word. They bring in like this squad of special needs people so they can all check out the movie together.
Yep.
And I think it's fun. They're great. They laugh at all the best times. And they get really invested.
Dude, if you saw it in the trailer and you thought it was funny, but then you got really sick of it, they didn't. And it's like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
My favorite part is before the movie starts, at least 10 minutes before, they line up, they sit in their seats, they talk, and then they just get up without their chaperones and they just start leaving.
Yeah. I presume to get like snacks and stuff.
They always come back with the most snacks.
They do. But I think they're great. They're great to watch movies with.
Yeah.
But they usually sit in that front row because there's usually a couple who have like mobility aids, like wheelchairs and crutches and stuff, and going up and down the stairs is a hassle.
Yeah.
So they get those front row seats. They didn't do that this time.
Yeah, and they didn't. And I left it there. I was just being an idiot. And I'm blaming nobody but myself here. I got the second to last row in the back in the corner where there is no exit.
You had a great plan. It was, because usually you have the two entrances into the one theater.
Yep.
And we're like, this is right next to one of the entrances. So if you need to get up to go pee or get snacks or whatever, we're right there next to the door.
Yeah.
And there wasn't. There was only the one entrance.
Well, the reason why I want the exit and entrance to the aisle is if I have to go pee. And if I just want to leave, because sometimes I get antsy too.
Yeah, I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It happens.
And I'm going to say this. I didn't leave. I didn't pee. I sucked it in. And I'm now 2 for 2 for DC movies of not going to the bathroom.
I usually don't go to the bathroom.
And the first one was the Batman.
The Batman I had to. We were like 2 hours in, and I was like, I know we're in for another like half of this.
There was moments in Superman where I was like, I'm going to leave. Get popcorn, nachos, maybe use the bathroom. I don't know. And I was like, I don't want to go. I just want to watch.
It's a fun movie.
It is. So, what is your thoughts on Superman?
My thoughts on Superman. It had pacing issues.
Yes.
There was definitely, you can tell that they struggled in the editing process.
Yes. Well, if you had been listening to Coffee Break leading up to this moment, I was reporting some of the Deadline and Hollywood Reporter news about what's going on with in between the inside workings of why this movie is going to turn out the way it does.
Yes. I think it was really fun. I loved having Superman have a personality again. I feel like everything involving the Daily Planet was underutilized, especially the characters. I would have liked to see them more. I liked the Justice Gang. I like how much Mr. Terrific was cool.
I like that name, like, I get it now.
Yeah, he is terrific.
No, not Terrific.
Oh, the Justice Gang?
I like Mr. Terrific. I never had a problem with him. I was excited he was here.
There's other characters. I don't want to spoil too much, but there was a plotline in like the late middle-ish area.
Well, people will already know about this character being in it, so that's fine.
Yes. So I can say his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Metamorpho. Everything with Metamorpho was the best part. It was gripping. It was exciting. I was on the edge of my seat. I loved his character. It was great. I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't perfect, obviously.
No.
I feel like if you rewatched it, there was a definite point where it would feel like it drags in the middle.
Yeah.
But it picks up a lot in the beginning and in the end. So that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I clenched onto everything I can get. A picture, a post, a trailer, anything. I studied all of it. I was dead set ready for this movie. I didn't want to go in for spoilers, so I didn't. So I didn't spoil Ultraman. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
But those trailers are so well done because they show you scenes of all the action sequences. But like the one you're talking about, where he's in the prison, right, and he's helping Metamorpho.
I thought it was called Mineral Man. I was wrong.
Yeah, it's Metamorpho.
Yeah.
And you see Soups punching the glass. You don't see what's going on after that. The trailers cut all of that out. And it is insane what's happening there. There was a point where when this is transpiring, and it's just a collage of CGI mess, right?
Of course, yeah.
It has to do with the characters and the environment they're in. But I was just like, what happened to Metropolis?
I was on the edge of my seat, though. I was so afraid.
You liked it. I was like... I wasn't afraid. His name's Superman.
I was nervous, though, because it just happened after that one incident, which we definitely won't talk about because I don't want to spoil that part, but it just happened right after that one thing happened, and I was like, anything can happen now.
Okay.
And it got me, you know. In the back of your mind, you always kind of know everything will be okay, but there was also that other voice in the back of my mind going, but what if it's not?
Yeah. The Justice Gang was awesome.
Yes.
I wish I could talk more about Hawk Girl, but she was barely in it.
Both her and Guy. Guy got more just because he tends to be more of a blabbermouth.
Okay. When Guy shows up at the end, because the kids are waiting for Superman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good stuff.
He got an upgrade.
So good.
And then Mr. Terrific.
He stole the show. My goodness.
He was close. I don't know. Crypto was also really good.
Crypto was good. Mr. Terrific got a lot of really funny lines.
Yep. Mr. Terrific was awesome. The guy who played him fantastically. Terrifically, I guess. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're in the same sphere. Anyways, Gunn always does this weird thing with his characters where he like slows down time so you can see them do this cool montage of beating up things.
It's an impressive effect to do.
Yeah.
And he stitches it together well.
Yeah. I mean, there's music, the non-diegetic to diegetic music playing.
I would say this one did last a little too long.
Honestly, I was just like, oh yeah, it's Gunn. Yeah, I just gotta sit through this. I was watching Terrific do his things. I was just trying to ignore that I'm stuck in this...
mini James Gunn music video.
Yes. And just trying to watch him do his stuff. That's when I found the real joy of it, but I was also just like, it is James Gunn. Like, I wanted something cooler.
I appreciated it because it's just Mr. Terrific being cool and beating up bad guys. And a lot of people are coming into this probably not knowing who Mr. Terrific is, because growing up, there's always been a Green Lantern. It's not usually Guy, but there's been Green Lanterns, they know what they can do. Hawk Girl was really big in the Justice League cartoons growing up for us.
Yep.
But Mr. Terrific is much more niche and doesn't show up as often. So I bet he was like, let's have this big moment where I can show you why he is cool.
I learned about Mr. Terrific watching the Justice League animated show. And it was because there's also Red Tornado. And they both wear giant tees.
They do.
And I was really confused why one was black and the other one was red. And then it was the Arrowverse where Mr. Terrific actually shows up.
Which I loved their version of Mr. Terrific. I thought they did a great job with that.
Yeah, for being a limited television budget. Awesome. This guy, he was cool.
Yeah, he blew him out of the water.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then he was... This is a minor spoiler, but basically he's the only one at the beginning to join Superman in the fight.
Yeah, I keep thinking about, I don't need your help, I'm Mr. Terrific.
He just pushes the one guy away.
He like face palms and just pushes it.
It wasn't even hostile, he just pushed him away. The Daily Planet. We have all the characters there.
Yeah.
Some of these characters I forgot about. Like the hot nurse, reporter.
Yeah, the one who does like the gossip rag type deal.
And I was like, oh, that's Vicky Vale. And I was like, nope, that's Batman.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused.
One of them was this black fellow who I don't remember his name, and I think he does the weather. That's what you said.
Yeah.
He didn't get a single line of dialogue throughout the whole film.
And I'm probably wrong.
But he was like part of their squad when they left. Like
Yep.
the whole Daily Planet squad like went away together.
Yep.
And I was like, who is that guy?
Lois is painted almost as a villain at the beginning.
Not, I wouldn't say villain, but an obstacle, an adversary,
Yeah.
a point of contention in Superman's life.
You'll see it in the trailers. She pisses him off with an interview. But she was also just digging at him.
That's also who Lois is. I've never really liked Lois that much, personally.
Yeah. you prefer Wonder Woman?
I liked her in the, I liked her in the animated, like the My Adventures with Superman. I thought that Lois was great, where she had that, like, no, I will get my answers and you can't stop me attitude, but also still had her, like, fun side. This one leaned less into the fun and more into the, I'm a serious reporter and I'll get my answers. I'm the kind of one who will, like, set myself up to get captured by bad guys so I can interview them as Superman's beating them up.
There were some awesome moments of journalism and trying to understand what's going on with this situation, especially when Jimmy started working with Eve, who was Lex Luthor's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then they were able to piece together everything. And while the city's on the verge of going away, going bye-bye, they just go into Mr. Terrific's, like, helicarrier thing, right? And then they're up there just piecing together the story. And of course, when Superman does his thing and wins the day, they also deliver their news, and it further verifies Superman is the good guy.
There's many...
And that's how that side plot should have always worked.
There's many comic book superheroes who deal in a journalism sphere, so then they can always keep up with what's happening.
Yes.
This is the first time, or at least one of the more prominent times I can think of, where the journalism part was actually, like, a feature, and not just a backdrop for,
yes,
when I come in, I'm here.
But my critique there is it's not enough. Clark does work there. Wouldn't Perry White at some point be like, where the hell is Clark?
We see Clark Kent, not Superman. We see Clark Kent once throughout the whole film. Every other time, he does not have his glasses, and he's doing either, like, personal stuff with Lois alone in his apartment or with his parents, or he's actively in the suit and is Superman. He's only done the Clark Kent thing the one time.
Three.
What was the other two times?
Okay, him coming to work.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Where he's just towering over everybody and he looks like a dork.
Yes.
And he's all, like, sweaty.
Yes.
And you're like, why am I hot?
It's such a perfect way of describing Clark Kent, like, in general. Towering over everybody, but is all sweaty.
and then you got him talking to Lois because he's making her dinner.
Yeah, but he doesn't have, like, the glasses on. He's not trying to fool anyone, you know?
But he still appeared as Clark.
I guess.
And then, yeah, when he goes back home to talk to his parents. Which, oh my god, the farm, you have to get so fucking through the whole movie to get to the farm.
Which I kind of appreciated, because it really did feel like a homecoming once we got there. Because we spent all our time in Metropolis and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is a real nice, quiet little homestead. And it really does, like drown out the din of the war he's dealing with.
Well, one of the coolest things is after he wakes up from that defeat and he's at his parents' house, right? We find him sitting on a bench out in the yard, watching the cows in the pasture and Crypto playing with them, eating a bowl of cereal like an animal.
Like a normal human, yeah.
And yeah, he's just sitting there contemplating life. And it's like, James Gunn did a good job doing that. That made him human.
He felt very human, very personalized. Like, he was a character. And that's my biggest, like, with,
Also, hold on. When his dad came down the stairs and wanted to sit next to him, he does a side motion with his hand to tell him to scoot over because he's taking up the whole seat.
Because he's a huge fucking guy.
Yeah, he's a huge guy. And he's like, oh, and then he moves over so his dad can sit next to him. But it's also like those weird interactions. Those
little humanizing moments.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was nice.
I wish there was more emphasis on that home life.
I think it would make the ending land a lot better.
It would have.
But I get why they didn't, and also I know there were problems. I feel like there was a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor probably a lot more phone calls from Ma and Pa, where they continue to, like, embarrass him in certain, or, like, distract him and annoy him in certain moments. And then finally he does come home, and it's like, no, I do want to come visit you. I do want to see you more.
Yeah. Yeah.
My biggest thing is Zack Snyder's rendition of Superman. He was very much an ideal. He is the idea of so many things. Hope incarnate. But this one felt like a man, a human, who carries and tries to live up to ideals and ideas. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I really liked about this one.
I never felt like Henry Cavill's Superman was personable.
No, not ever. I also feel like he's the weakest Clark Kent.
I would agree with you right now.
Because we talk a lot about Batman versus Bruce Wayne. And who does a better Batman, who does a better Bruce Wayne.
Okay, I was like, that's not a movie.
No. No, like
I thought Batman versus Superman was going to be the thing. And then you're like, Bruce Wayne. And I'm like, but they're the same, bud.
No, like, Christian Bale does a really good Batman and an only okay Bruce Wayne.
He's just sleeping half the time.
Yeah. And then, what's his name?
Ben Batfleck?
Yeah.
It's in his name. He's good at everything.
Ben Affleck does a really good Bruce Wayne and an only okay Batman. And then you have Michael Keaton, who is only Batman and barely does Bruce Wayne. And when he's being Bruce Wayne, he's doing a terrible job, but he hates being Batman because he can't look around. I hate the Michael Keaton ones.
And you know what? I'm with you. I think everybody who's played Batman all the way up to Christian Bale sucks. Mm-hmm. Voice actors excluded.
Of course, obviously.
And then the next three Batmans have been just nothing but amazing.
Yes. Oh, that's Robert Pattinson does a great Batman, does a specific Bruce Wayne, but I like what he does, but it's hard to see him as Bruce.
I like his Bruce.
I like him too.
I like my little, like, he might have been hanging around My Chemical Romance too much kind of Bruce.
I feel like Alfred carries Bruce. A lot.
My precious.
But no, I never really thought much about the Clark Kent versus the Superman side because we just don't see Clark. But I think he does a really great Clark.
There isn't much Clark, but he is a fun Clark. Mm-hmm. Superman, the more you see him, the more it grows on you. That was weird. That was a very weird experience for me.
Yes.
Because
it's a goofy suit.
I saw Man of Steel in theaters, and then when I saw this movie, I realized I'm in the same position that I was in 2013, but older now, right?
Yeah.
Where I was like, okay, I now have to accept this is my new Superman. Mm-hmm. When it came to Henry Cavill, I thought the first movie was really good.
It does something different.
And
especially for the time.
Yes. And when it comes to Batman v Superman, the sequel, right? I only have eyes for Batman.
Yeah.
But when Supes dies at the end, right? And Batman's like, I'm going to carry on his name. I'm like, you fought him through the whole movie. That makes no goddamn sense.
Nah.
And also, what do you mean his name?
Bernardo.
No, the U.S. government, his own people, the people that he lived with, tried to kill him. They wanted to destroy him. The only people who seemed to accept him were foreigners. And you get that one scene of Day of the Dead.
That's a good scene.
Right? Where he does become the way Snyder thought of him, clearly, as a Christ-like figure.
I do prefer the version. Again, it's a Spanish-speaking community. I don't think they're in Mexico or anything, but the, like, agents, the, like, FBI or CIA or whoever, the SWAT team, they come in and they see the girls in the cage and they're cowering, and they go to open the cage door and they close it again, and they're like, "What? We're here to save you." And they're like, "Diablo." They're like, "What?" And they look up and then a thing is there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to ignore that guy.
No, I liked this Superman. I thought this was fun.
Yeah, no, it's Superman. The craziest thing, because of how crazy that prison sequence was, I realized, oh, this is a comic book movie.
Yes.
I see what he meant by he wanted to do this almost episodically as a movie from the beginning of his week to the end of his week.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that, though.
I wish they did. Because you feel those tonal shifts, right? When they leave the little monster out in the like
Yeah.
Riverside, right?
That'd be where we cut, and then the next day. It'd
Yeah,
be...
and then the next day, it fades to black. The next day, he's a kaiju, right? There's even a news report like he was shown to be 7 feet tall this morning.
Yeah.
They don't show us that, but I was like, that's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Be released at night, 7 in the morning. You're 7 feet.
And then by what, early morning?
Mid afternoon.
Yeah.
You're 60, 100.
It really embraced the goofy looking nature of comics.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite. It's such a neat visual, and I really appreciated it. Like, Superman comes home and he's feeling disappointed, and in the background you see this giant like beholder looking interdimensional like glowing lava lamp monster.
Yep.
And the Justice Gang are fighting it in the background.
You can see clearly Green Lantern guy
Yeah.
hitting it with a baseball bat.
And it's just there. Like, Lois is like, were you helping them? And he's like, no. And they just have their normal conversation, but that's just there in the background. And it did this cool thing of not only establishing what this world's normal is, like, it is normal for a guy to have a cape and spandex and for interdimensional glowing monsters, but also, as they're talking, they had this huge window behind them, and the glow of this monster was illuminating it, a bunch of brilliant colors.
Yep. And the camera would rack focus. If the two, Lois and Clark, were talking, it would be racked on them. And then when they're having their moments of pause or, like, distance, because they're in a couple's feud,
You would see the monster
it would
more.
re-rack on the monster, and you get to see the CGI.
It was really smart.
The picture that was first released, that they were working on it, is Superman in his outfit putting on his boot. And outside the window is the monster. That did not happen in the movie.
No. I'm glad it didn't.
But I'm willing to bet it did.
There might have been a version where it did.
Because he was leaving, and Lois and him were fighting. So that could have been him sitting there being, like, upset and contemplating.
Like, okay, I'll try. I'll go try to handle this.
Yeah.
No, I really liked it. The more I sit with it, the more I'm like, I was into this.
Okay. Then we have to talk about the monster in the room.
What's the monster in the room?
Lex Luthor.
He was great. One of the best Lex. I've seen so many Lex Luthors. Fuck you, Jesse Eisenberg.
I was going to say, the late, great Gene Hackman played him against Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, that's my first live-action Lex Luthor that I remember.
I think he's just everyone's first Lex Luthor, and he's great. It's Gene Hackman. I mean,
Yeah.
What are you arguing here?
He did a lot. He wasn't that memorable to me. I remembered his girlfriend and her Pomeranians more.
Yeah.
Pomeranian. There was two. One ate the other one.
His whole thing, he's the same way. He's just obsessed with Superman.
Which is
he
what
just
he
can't
is.
stop thinking about this guy. And this Lex, I mean, dude, the obsession levels.
Nicholas, I always knew Nicholas Hoult is a really, really good actor. I just haven't personally liked the movies he's been stuck in.
Yeah, where
like Tolkien and The Menu.
The Menu.
And I don't like X-Men First Class. I friggin' hate it.
Oh, by the way, the kid who played Mr. Terrific is in First Class as well.
Yeah, he plays Darwin. I was looking him up the other day. He's also in House MD. He didn't stick around long, unfortunately.
Oh, no, a medical show where you don't get to live?
Well, he was doing... he was a doctor.
That's even worse.
He was doing...
malpractice.
House was doing this, like, Survivor-esque thing where he was eliminating candidates, and he made it really far, but he didn't go all the way, unfortunately, which I was really disappointed with because I liked him a lot.
Tell me, doctor, do you want to play a game?
Have you ever watched House MD?
No, I don't care about these shows.
Not good. I watched so much of it.
I just can't get into the cop drama and the
The
closest I got was Breaking Bad.
Okay. Every single thing. Doesn't matter what your symptoms are. The House MD gang. Probably lupus. It's like, it can't be that every time. This is also the formula. Like, something goes wrong. They go to the hospital. House MD does quick tests. They do another test. Their condition gets infinitely worse. Like, they went from being like, I have a cough, to now they have, like, seizures every 2 seconds. They do another test, they realize the secret answer, and then House gets mad at them for not knowing the answer all along. It's like, you're the one that gave them seizures!
Okay, so Nicholas played Lex so brilliantly. Mm-hmm. And there is a scene right there at the end with him where he's looking out the window and he starts to move a little faster and then busting through that window with Soups, pushing him across the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love that.
I liked how they
that
did the
kind of
sunlight.
tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, even Lex knew. He was like, oh, I need to get to that boom tube before that guy gets through this.
They really, really captured the brain versus brawn mentality.
Yep.
And yeah, the brain can beat the brawn, but when the brawn is here, the brain's gotta run.
Yep. And Lex made something called Ultraman. Mm-hmm. He also made the Engineer. Mm-hmm. The Engineer is not as unique. Probably most disgusting, though.
Yeah. There was a lot of eye stuff throughout this movie. If you have problems with, like, eyes, don't watch this film. It's too prominent.
It is so weird how much eye stuff there was. But Ultraman, okay. Guys, go see the movie if you haven't. If you have, let's spoil it. Mm-hmm. He's a clone, a half-ass clone of Superman.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's the villain? I was so confused because I was like, this is your starting point?
That was the thing I was most disappointed by, but also I was like, I bet this is in the comics.
Yeah, but
and I bet even James Gunn was like, all right, we'll start with this because I want to get this out of the way.
But this doesn't make sense because inevitably, as you're telling these stories, Soup's got to die.
Eventually, maybe.
Now he's kind of an important moment in the entire industry of comic book history.
Well, then we get Superboy.
But what?
Not Ultraman.
This time, he's decided I'll clone him better.
Well, we've already established...
Braver, smarter, blue-eyed.
We've already established that they can clone, and they have cloned Superman.
Yeah, but like that reveal of him creating Superboy is gone.
I feel like this is setting up the future reveal of Superboy.
And we're talking 10 years out.
Maybe. I'm gonna believe not.
I'm not gonna forget.
I thought Ultraman was a robot the entire time. Not gonna lie.
Me too. I always thought he was a robot, or he was just some like wannabe, like Taskmaster.
I did see a tweet earlier where it was like, my favorite scenes of Ultraman is all the scenes where Lex has him do things that isn't just fighting Superman, like turning the lights back on.
Okay. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Dude, I was dying in my seat. I was like, how did no one understand? And now that I know it's Superman, that's his one job in this presentation is to turn on the lights while wearing a GIMP outfit.
I didn't hate Ultraman, but he was definitely one of the least interesting parts to me.
And the way Soups took care of him, Soups was clearly way smarter.
He's cool. Yeah, that's the thing. Brain does beat brawn, and this guy has no brain.
Yeah. So the guy was trying to break his arm, and he just turned it over and let him get smashed by a bus.
What would you rank the film?
I would rank it a solid 4 out of 5.
Oh. Could you do that out of 10?
I said out of 5.
I would rank it an 8 out of 10.
Well, I've established this like movie ranking thing.
I don't do out of 5 though.
And there is a Blue Star ranking system out there that I'm not too sure about.
I would agree with you. 4 out of 5, I suppose.
It's not a perfect movie, but it's good, and you will enjoy it. I loved the lanterns. I loved the surprise cameo at the end.
Oh, finally, a Green Lantern who's actually cool. Yes.
Well, he's not cool. He's a dick.
He's way better than Ryan Reynolds was.
And I bet if you gave Ryan one more shot.
I bet he would agree to it, but golly gee, thank goodness. And he didn't look awful. He didn't have this horrible, ugly CG suit.
No, he had... He was just a middle-aged white man. He
is Guy, so he does have, like, he's not the most creative with his Green Lantern abilities. He's creative in other ways, but he...
Okay, you're right. He's not creative, but he is very emotional.
He is.
And he loves to leave himself on the page.
Yes.
He made that clear with that army.
He'll go all out. I liked, Guy, do you want to help me with this? What, I put giant mittens on the monster. Wow, thanks.
He's also the one who wants to believe they're called the Justice Gang, which their hall, the Hall of Justice.
Like a dorm room of justice.
Yeah, but the outside of it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's here. This is it. This is the beginning.
Good stuff.
It is. It's good stuff.
I'm so excited.
I love the team that we have. I love... There's great promise. I'm just more confused. Okay, so our next project is Peacemaker.
Yes. Season 2.
In which Peacemaker is going to have to deal with Rick Flag
Senior.
And we also saw Mr. Senior in the movie.
Hopefully the Creature Commandos. Come on, bring back the Creature Commandos. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
The whole phase, it's called Chapter 1 of Gods and Monsters. Mm-hmm. It also kind of says that at the beginning.
Yes.
And you have to kind of catch on to that.
It was very clever. I liked it.
3 centuries ago. 3 years ago. Yeah, it was cool. I'm just like, Peacemaker's not a god or a monster, and neither is Rick. But this will have to further the story.
Yes.
Of this narrative that they want to tell. I'm willing to bet there's something scarier in there.
I have no idea what they could, because if we're talking about gods/monsters, I would say the Butterfly Legion they fought in season 1 was godlike, and I would say the fantasy KKK is pretty monstrous. But yeah,
I don't think you have to put a fantasy to keep the monstrous part there.
Many of them don't have jet boots.
We just call them stormtroopers.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I don't expect it to be half as good as season 1.
Yeah.
Because season 1 was perfect, but I expect it to still be really fun.
Yeah. The next movie we get is Supergirl. Sorry, I almost said Superwoman.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Supergirl because she's so crazy.
A blackout drunk.
Yeah, she goes... It was something he said at the end. She goes to planets with red suns because you can't get drunk on planets with yellow suns because of the metabolism.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun seeing that.
Yep.
Especially if she's going to hang out with Lobo.
And her dog is Crypto. Mm-hmm. That was cute. And yeah, the time with Lobo. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. And then Wonder Woman is fast-tracked to be the next movie. I think they want to release that next year.
Which, while we're talking about spoilers, we see Maxwell Lord.
Yep.
Briefly, so briefly.
Played by Sean Gunn, who's making fun of Lex Luthor and his failures.
Yes. Which I'm so into Sean Gunn being... He's now 3 different characters in universe.
Yeah.
He's Weasel, Maxwell Lord, and... what was his name? Who's the Nazi killing robot? G.I. Robot. I was going to say Robot Man, but I knew. That's Brendan Fraser.
It was talking about people playing multiple characters. Mm-hmm. When the Superman Robot 4 decides to rename himself as Gary, mm-hmm. and he's talking to Soups at the end. I leaned over to you and I was like, is this Andy Turdick?
Alan Tudyk.
I was close.
Yes. He's now both Gary and, what is his name? Dr. Plasma in Creature Commandos?
You're close. Yeah, but no, you're totally close.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
And Alan does everything. Also, if we're going to include the Doom Patrol... He was Mr. Nobody.
Yep, exactly. So I learned some interesting things. In order to keep the cost of this movie down lower, mm-hmm. they paid the actors not so much.
Well...
But it also had to match the cost of the movie plus the cost of marketing.
I bet...
Which is a combined total of $350 million.
I bet they knew. I don't think they, jumped because everyone put in such good performances that they're like, no, I'm passionate about this doing good.
Yeah, well, the ratios are still off.
Well, it's not doing great overseas, and if you watch the movie, you'll know why.
David Cornsweet and Rachel Bronson, mm-hmm. that's Superman and Lois.
Yep.
They both made $750,000.
Wow, that feels low. Because didn't, Robert Downey Jr. get $17 billion for being Tony in Endgame?
50
yeah.
mil.
Yeah.
Just to play the character.
That doesn't include Scarlett Johansson, who's 55 mil.
No, he was the biggest one. She was right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Gunn himself took $15 million away.
Okay.
And I was like, that's a fat check for a CEO who hasn't done anything yet.
But I also know, isn't he also an executive producer? Like, he's gonna turn around and just put that back into it.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't see Gunn as an evil person.
No.
I was just like, the numbers don't add up there. Especially here, where Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor, makes $2 million doing that.
Jeez Louise. $2 million?
I think, was it F12 and G14?
Yeah.
He's calling out his commands.
Like his, chess commands?
Yep, and he's got the cool camera shots and everything.
Yes. A lot of lighting. Nicholas Hoult also is like a bigger name star because he has been to things like The Menu and Tolkien and X-Men and whatever. And David Cornsweet. But other than this, the only thing I know that he's been in was Pearl, and his character didn't even get a name. He was great in it because Pearl was great. But yeah.
The movie's doing good. It just overseas is not doing so great.
Yeah.
And there is some issues. There's the controversy that's going on within the film itself.
Yes.
And the fact that this main character is red, white, and blue.
Which I feel like he probably knew that going in. Which is probably why he tried to limit the budget as much as possible. Because it is... We mentioned this earlier, it's catering to... Only fans of the comics would know about this kind of stuff.
Yes.
That's who he's catering it to. He's not doing what Marvel's doing, where Marvel waters everything down to try to market it to as wide of an audience as possible to be in the zeitgeist.
Yep.
He is making comic book movies for comic book fans and adapting the comic books.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all he wants to do.
And with this marketing strategy and budget idea and realization, what is your target audience, right? Mm-hmm. Supergirl should be a lot smaller. And it should be pretty much the, Project X of its day.
Yes.
That's my prediction there. Mm-hmm. Because she's supposed to hang loose and get wild, right? And her partner is Lobo.
Who's going to be played by Jason Momoa, if the rumors are true?
No, that's already been confirmed.
Oh, it has been?
It was confirmed once they took over.
I don't know. That one guy was going to be in Fantastic Four and they cut him out.
This is the MCU.
Yeah.
Okay, our overall thing about Superman, it's a great film. It's very fun. Is it perfect? No, it's not. But it is a fun beginning and it was very promising. I am stupidly excited. I want to see The Brave and the Bold. Yeah. Of course, I'm a Batman fan, but I want to see how that could even fit into this universe. And the other thing, Speed Force.
I know. Speed Force is so goofy, though.
We were not introduced to really any...
It's hard to introduce the Speed Force.
Yeah. And it's just like, just even when I had to learn about it, because of the Arrowverse, where I was like, oh, now I really have to deal with this thing.
It takes 2 seasons for them to really explain what it is.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons, but it's still a week of me watching the show while on my phone, researching, what is this?
Mm-hmm. I've really enjoyed what James Gunn has been doing with it. He embraces the fun, but also embraces the intense emotional drama that comes along with DC Comics.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see what else they do.
Nice. We highly recommend it. Box Office Trolls.
Box Office Trolls!
Okay, well, number 1 is Superman.
Yeah, woo!
Go think.
It was okay.
I kind of enjoyed it.
It was alright.
Yeah. It will grow, but in time. Mm-hmm. It also has a new challenger, which is the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay. Number 2, Jurassic World Rebirth. Wow, the cool movie that came out the week before.
What?
And number 3, F1. Whoa, the cool movie that came out before that? And we at number 4, How to Train Your Dragon. That's the dog snorting because he's so in love with this movie already.
I wish I was
It's also the cool movie that came out the week before.
I can't wait for How to Tame Your Dragon to hit streaming. I thought it did, and then I was like, oh no, we're not even close.
Yeah, no, you gotta rent or buy.
I just saw someone talking about it, yeah.
On number 5, Elio.
Boo.
Number 6, 28 years later. Number 7, Lilo and Stitch.
Hit streaming already.
Number 8, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Still neck and neck with each other.
Number 9, Megan 2.0. Okay, so we talked about Megan and how bad it did and how Blumhouse was like, oh, we thought it was Superman. Real quote. Anyways, it's been 3 weeks and it's about to hit digital, purchasing, streaming, renting.
Yep.
Right? You can't stream it for free, but you can pay for it, right?
Yeah, like on Amazon or whatnot.
It's already got like 0 pre-buys.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if anyone even knows you can. They're not marketing it very well.
I don't think it's a bad movie.
I bet it's going to be dumb fun.
I've seen so many Blumhouse films that this channel started with them.
Yeah, I know what to expect.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
Yeah, I want to watch my little Victorian doll beat up a ninja.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's not what I asked for at the end of the last one, but I'm still going to watch it.
No, I think it'll be fine.
Number 10, The Materialists.
Cool. I want that one to hit streaming too, because I want to see it.
Nice. Okay, we watched 2 other movies besides Superman. Mm-hmm. I saved these for last because it makes no sense to put these in front of Soups.
No, because we talk so much about Soups.
But we need to talk about Heads of State.
Yeah.
We really don't. So it's an Amazon-made film that is starring
John Cena and Idris Elba.
Which they're basically... John Cena is the president of America, and Idris Elba is the prime minister of the UK.
Peacemaker and Deadshot.
Yep. But this time, they're not superheroes, and they suck ass at their jobs, and the comedy's not there, and I'm not gonna lie, John Cena is trying. I can feel him trying, but Idris just isn't caring. And so when you try to act against a mannequin, you get flat quality.
It was more expensive looking than it deserved to be. And both Idris and John deserve to be doing bigger, better roles than this.
I can't even just attack them. The script is bad. The idea is bad. The plot. I mean, like, we're walking into just a B-rate film, right? It just, when it throws you for your loops, you're just like, yeah, I've seen this 1,000 times.
Well, obviously. I spent most of my time playing Uma Musume Pretty Derby, which is my horse girl racing game. I played Agnes Tachyon, and I got this, like, so close. I was 2 levels away from finishing her career, and then she couldn't do better than 3rd place, and I was so disappointed.
Nice. Well, that's how exciting that movie was.
Yeah.
No, it's weird to me, again, to see an action film like this that just felt like it belonged in the 80s, yet it's here today.
And they keep doing action movies, just aren't doing it these days.
Not like that.
We've been talking about this for years now.
Like, I won't ever give it a negative score, but it's sitting at a 2.
Yeah.
And then there's Sinners.
Yeah.
We talked about Sinners last week, and I said it was going to be the review of this week. I worked on it.
It's hard to talk about something that's perfect without just being like, it's perfect. You should watch it.
Yeah, then we watched a YouTube video, and he was getting even more deeper into it.
Yeah, Ryan Airy. It's like 181 like facts that you might have missed while watching.
Yeah. No, it was great. And I was just like, I'm looking at my script. I wrote it twice. And I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, I don't feel faith. I don't feel faith in trying to do a review on something about this.
It's so good.
It is.
It's beautiful. The sequence when I don't want to spoil it, but when Preacher Boy sings his song, it's one of the most perfect pieces of cinema I've ever seen in my life. It's phenomenal.
I described it as mise en scene.
Yes.
And if you're part of the film stuff, like, people always say that shit. And I always look at it and I'm just like, I don't get it. This time I got it. I was like, no, the aspect ratio, the changing it to IMAX, the way that they're in the 1930s Mississippi sawmill that they just bought to be a juke joint. And like I said, I wrote out a script, but once the Preacher Boy's son, Sammy, their cousin, plays his song with his guitar, and his father, Jeremiah, reminds him, do not meddle with these affairs. There's a power between blues, grass music, in the supernatural.
Well, not just blues music, but just like music.
No, it was specifically black music.
I know, because in the beginning it talks about the Irish had a version of this, and they talked about another one that had a version of this. I think Native American fire tellers.
Okay. So it has to do with tribalism.
Yeah, and it was so beautiful. It's so fantastic.
Yep.
I really liked it. It was gripping.
You get scary vampires.
The vampires, they play with all the vampire gimmicks in the coolest ways.
Yep.
Oh, it's needing to be invited in. They really play with that, and that's so fun.
It was a lot of fun. I cowered away from it because I was just like, I could see there's so much more love inside of this thing.
It felt too big and too heavy.
Yeah.
You're not at that level yet.
I'm not. I thought I was, and I really thought I was,
that boss
Coach.
is level 60 and you're only level 45.
So I'm gonna make it up to you guys. Then I'm gonna do a Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer review before we do the next review.
Hell yeah! For the Fantastic Four.
Why the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer? Because I think it has more to do with the movie coming out. And, well, the first movie has Doom
boy.
It's not Timmy.
Robert Downey Jr.
And then you got Fan Four Stick basically redoing the same story.
Yeah.
So it's like, why don't I just save those two for later on and we talk about how ridiculous these superhero movies actually used to be.
They were so different back in the day. What, like 2004 when that film comes out? Whereas
I think it was the first one. This is 2.6.
Crazy. But yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
What are you doing?
Reversed Fates. Ruby Reversed Fates. Episode 13 is next on my list. Nice. I don't know if it'll be the end of this week or early next week, but that's coming up. Along with the behind the scenes video talking about episode 12. So, yeah.
Nice. I've got I really want to wrap up Wukong. Like, we're on the final level. Mm-hmm. It's going to take some time. It turns out there's just mini bosses and bosses.
That's it. That's the final level.
And
Makes sense.
I'm kind of into that. Sorry, I smacked the table. And then, I'm going to get you that Fantastic Four review. Mm-hmm. And then next week, Happy Gilmore.
Oh, does a Happy Gilmore 2 come out?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't wait for that to be a flop.
Yeah, but this is my first time walking into... actually, this is a crazy moment for me. With the Fantastic Four, this is my first time walking into superhero movies without Disney or Warner Brothers helping me.
Yeah.
And then, on top of that, Happy Gilmore, which no one wants the sequel.
It's been well over a decade since I've last seen Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I'm really curious if any of the jokes stand up.
We're going to find out, but I want to make a fun video about it.
Hell yeah.
I love comedy, so let's just attack comedy. Mm-hmm. But in a fun way.
And that's the very long coffee break.
Yeah, I'm so glad this was supposed to be 50 minutes.
Watch Superman.
If you haven't, watch it. If you have, rewatch it. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.